Hello, it is 12 noon in Damascus, 9 p.m. in Christchurch, New Zealand. I'm Monita Rajpal.
And I'm Zain Verjee. You're watching World One live from London.
Government forces in Syria aren't letting up in their crackdown on Jisr al-Shughur. That's the city that's become a flashpoint in the country's political crisis. Thousands of people from the city have fled across the border into Turkey. Those who remain are at the mercy of the military, which took control at the weekend. Visitors are not allowed into Syria at the moment, so we can't verify what we are hearing from either Syrian state media or other sources. CNN's Arwa Damon is on the Turkish-Syrian border, where refugees have been telling her what has happened to them. Arwa.
Hi, Monita. And what we have been able to gather so far today from this network of activists is that the Syrian military is, in fact, in full control of Jisr al-Shughur.
Disturbing information about a mass grave being found. What the state TV or Syrian authorities are saying are now actually blaming potential armed gangs responsible for that. But local residents are saying that's another story.
Well, Monita, according to what state TV was broadcasting, they say that they found this mass grave. There were 10 bodies in it. Some of them had been decapitated.
Quakes have struck Christchurch, New Zealand for the second time in just a few months. But unlike the disaster in February, this time nobody seems to have died. Two quakes of magnitude 5 or more struck within 90 minutes of each other. A little later, there was at least one smaller tremor. Thank you very much for being with us. I guess the thankful thing is, even though the quake, the magnitude quake that struck right now today was just a little less than what struck in February, there are fortunately no casualties.
Yes, well, certainly, we've been having earthquakes in New Zealand since September, and the Red Cross has been responding to these earthquakes.
The King of Jordan has promised a wave of political reforms 6 months after protesters began demanding a greater say in the way the country is run. Speaking on television, King Abdullah said he's giving up the right to select the prime ministers and the government.
New characters, Monita. I don't know. Superman without the red underwear? No, it's just not Superman.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's kind of... I don't know. It doesn't work for me. Those boots just doesn't work. You're watching World One live from London. A big win with even bigger challenges to come. Turkey's ruling party sails to another term in office. But now at that Syrian refugee situation, we want to go to Neil Salmons of Amnesty International. He joins us now on the phone from the Syria-Turkey border. Mr. Salmons, thank you very much for being with us. As we heard there from our correspondent in Istanbul, Ivan Watson, it's difficult for anyone to really get first-hand accounts of what they've been through or what they are going through at this point. Have you been able to talk to anyone within the refugee camps?
Yes, hello. Yes, it's correct that it's impossible until now to get inside the refugee camps. However, it is possible to get information.
Some reports, I understand, that nearly 10% of those killed, those casualties, are children. And now we understand that there are reports, we've been reporting on two teenagers whose bodies have been returned and they've been mutilated. Now there's a report of a third teenager. Do you know anything more about this?
Yes, well, I mean, we have been documenting those cases from London, from information we've received.
Sports now, a rain-soaked Canadian Grand Prix and the NBA Finals coming to a climax. Alex Thompson's here to tell us all about it. The NBA Finals, thanks to Big German.
Yes, and a bit of a history lesson as well, because 5 years ago, the Miami Heat beat the Dallas Mavericks to win their first NBA championship.
I think that's
in the wet weather.
Yeah, with the wet weather, you just never know what's going to happen.
It doesn't happen on real roads. You don't wait for the driver to make a mistake in the rain.
No, I thought it was, I mean, look, I don't really watch it, I have to say, but I did watch it. I watched it yesterday because it was raining a lot here and there's really not much else to do. But I was actually, it was quite the fascinating race.
Yeah, going out in the rain is no fun. Seeing them drive in it is quite fun.
Yeah, they did a good job. Thank you very much for that, Alex.
World One live from London. I'm Zain Verjee.
I'm Monita Rajpal. Thanks for joining us. The news continues here on CNN.